All right. Good evening. Good evening. How's everyone doing?
Very
Great,
good.
man.
Good.
Great.
Doing great.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. So I welcome back to the KOP Talk. This is episode 2. As you all who have viewed it before, I guess you guys know that this show is literally for us fans who are passionate about the sport and passionate about this team, European football and the Premier League. We just want to take it away from the pundits and come and voice out our own view of things. God knows if Gary Neville can become a pundit, so can we, right? So welcome back. Today we're gonna have a pretty awesome show, I guess, and we will be talking about a few things related to transfers and how it affects LFC and how it's a big dilemma for LFC, even though we're champions today. But I need to say something here for everybody watching and for our 4 speakers here today before I introduce them. It's really a struggle to be a Liverpool fan. Okay, really a struggle. For the longest time, there's this question that has been always asked, by everybody, especially non-Liverpool fans, and for the many years. It's been easy for me to answer, very easy for me to answer. But where did we go? So recently, can you all hear me?
Yeah, can go on.
Yeah.
So, recently, it's been the toughest question for me to answer, and the question is that was easy. I mean, today I think easier to answer. Maybe today, Genap today, Hari Bulan today, easy to answer. But the question was, hey, how long since Liverpool won the Premier League lah? Last time so easy, bro. Just say 29 years, 30 years, 28 years, everything. Yeah. Today I cannot count. It's really hard to be a Liverpool. How many days, bro? Somebody tell me how long since we won the league?
Maybe 3 weeks.
26
3 weeks.
June. 26
I just know we are champions.
We cannot even compute that into days. Like we don't even know number of days. So yeah, it's really not easy being a Liverpool fan, lah. I think my answer to that question, when did Liverpool win the league? Ask me again in 30 years. I'm going to tell them because it's easier to answer like that. Anyway, let me introduce the guests here tonight. While I think everyone's sharing the link and getting our viewers on board, I would like to just say we have Mr. Karthigan Gopal here. All right, the man who won the MAS LFC Take Me to NPL
Thank you.
competition. And he actually played on the field of our dreams. Again, not the theater of dreams, I'm sorry. The field of our dreams. He actually touched that heavenly grass and he felt it and he kicked all over there. He actually played striker. So Malaysia has hope lah. Okay, for Karthigan to go all the way. Bobby Fowler actually said that, Karthigan, you go play up there. So to the shock of my life, we've got Karthigan here. Thank you very much for joining us. We missed you the last episode. We've got another person who is here, Mr. Mahesan.
Right.
Who is not unfamiliar. Mr. Mahesan is one of the NG Corps member and the New Gen Kopites member and also a diehard fan. Together we watched our dream settle one night in 2014 when Crystal Palace 3-3. Mahesan is also the president of the Malaysia Adam Lallana fan club.
Yeah.
So today Mahesan is going to be Lallana.
He came prepared.
I'm wearing an old shirt because Liverpool fans live in the past apparently. So,
Out.
So besides that, we have a few co-founders here. Mr. Nicholas Chan, my man, who is...
Hello.
This whole idea derived between me and him having a silly chat in our Liverpool group, WhatsApp group, and we said, "Hey, how about we do this talk show?" And then I said, I have the right people to join, and that's how we've got all these other fine gentlemen here.
Yeah.
Nicholas Chan, thank you for joining us today. And last but not least, I think the soul of this last episode, and hopefully today's episode, the soul, the guy that is most watched, I think, who has taken our first episode views have gone to 1,000, and I think it is largely due to this man here, Mr. Puvarasan Selvam, who is a guy I've known for a very long time. And,
Is it true? Is it true?
Let him finish.
Who has been a Liverpool fan, but also he analyzes a lot of sports. He follows a lot of sports. He's gone on TV supporting a lot of sports, and he is basically the guy that I really have good chats about insights. So I'm thankful that Puva is here. Thank you so much, Puva, who's also a co-founder of this show. We're going to start another show very soon, which is Footy Talk, and that should be up and running hopefully by next week. That is the target. So thank you very much, all you gentlemen, for joining us today. So today, let's take a break from Cloud9 and how Liverpool have won the league. I'm telling you, it's getting a bit old. You know, people will tell, hey, enough, let's talk about the present. We lost to Manchester City, like I give a damn. We won the champions. We won the championship, you guys. Do I give a damn? So we're going to talk about transfers. The first thing today, I would like to talk to Puva and Nick about this. Liverpool, we have become champions, and the first formal thing that we hear from Klopp about our what are the transfer possibilities. Klopp goes and says that this is not that kind of club where we can just go out there and grab anybody we want. Of course, we are not far-fetched to go and say we want to grab somebody really, really huge. And please, let's not talk about Ronaldo, CR7 and Messi today. For Karthigan and Puva, let's leave that aside. but for Nick and Puva, we have become champions. So why do you think it is absolutely hard for us to consider, for Henry and FSG to change this policy? We've become champions. We've won everything possible out there, outside of the domestic cups. We've won the Premier League, the coveted title that has slipped from us so many years. But why do you think FSG doesn't want to do it? And do you think that it's time for FSG to change their policy? And why? Puva, maybe first.
No, I don't think so. They have to change the policy, and I think they won't. Even it's not FSG or Henry alone. I think even Klopp not keen on that. Yes, we can talk about the summer of 2018 when we signed Alisson, Van Dijk, Shaqiri. I think that's the summer that we really splashed our money. The reason why they did, or Klopp decided to do that, because of what we faced in Kiev in Champions League final. Okay, Klopp know already that we badly need a keeper, a world-class keeper. We lost the Champions League final because of our defensive error, and mostly due to Carrier's poor performance in the final. So Klopp decided to splash the money, and of course our owners FSG backed him big time, because there is a need for it. Because I don't think Klopp works in a way that, as you said, that okay, we are champions ready now, okay, let's go and splash our money.
Why, Puva? Why? We have done the unthinkable. We have, okay, let's forget the Real Madrid and Barcelona. But we, for an English club, to have gone out in the last 12 months, won everything. We have won the Champions League. We won the international treble. Then we delivered the Premier League. It's absolutely unthinkable, especially being a Liverpool. So we've done it all, right? What else is there for Klopp and the team on this bunch of players and boys to prove? There's nothing else to prove, right? But shouldn't they consider, hey, do us a favor, let's go and buy one marquee signing? Isn't that what it is? No.
I agree, because this is exactly what Liverpool fans been saying last summer after we finished runner up to Man City and we became champions of Europe. They said, okay, the thing we need to do now, go and sign another 2 or 3 big names or quality world class signings so that we can be champions of England the next year. I mean the next summer. But Klopp never do that. He never do that. And we know what happened. The rest is history. We become champions of England by country mile, man. 21 points. Even myself was really hoping that Klopp should sign at least 1-2 big names last transfer window. Basically, Klopp proved everyone wrong last summer. He literally proved everyone wrong. Okay, we maybe can think that FSG never backed him. Okay, if that's the issue, Klopp did his magic. End of the day, by the set of players he's having right now, and he did his magic. Okay, of course, Champions League never go according to the plan. We lost in the second round to Atletico, and we know why we lost. I don't want to pinpoint certain players. I don't like that. I never grew up pinpointing one player for our defeat or what. But Atletico had Oblak. We had Adrian. That was different on that night. Okay, even few days back when they released the Champions League pictures, it doesn't feel nice, man. Without us, we should be there.
I think most of the teams out there, they'll be happy that we are not there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they are like.
Yeah, coming back to this. See, we don't know what's gonna happen. It's really strange, It's really strange because our fans, there are too many negativity going on also in the social media and Twitter. Some even already started to call FSG out. Madness, man. Madness. They expanded the stadium. They gave money to Klopp to splash. Alisson, Van Dijk, Keita. Okay, Keita still haven't really there.
Kishan is proving your statement right there.
Yeah. I think
right?
It's down to someone like Kishan Balan, who's I can categorize as the younger generation fans. Younger generation fans who probably never follow what happened in the past. Even the dominant side of United, if not mistaken, 97, 98, 99, they never splashed so much in the transfer window. They end up winning trouble, man. See, end of the day, it's not about signing players for fun or, okay, we need to give a statement to the rest of the league. Okay, go and sign Mbappe. That's not the way. Of course, I won't be lying that I would love a Mbappe kind of signing, but from a strategy, policy,
I almost took you out of the show if you said you don't want Mbappe, bro.
Yeah.
And the main problem, the negativity been circulating is because of our failure to land Timo Werner.
Yeah.
Ever since we are Chelsea snatched Werner from us, too many negativity going on. And of course, ever since the defeat to Man City, the manner of the defeat, I know everybody knows that the 4-0 defeat isn't nice to see, wasn't nice to see. And then most of our fans started to already pressure Klopp, the owners, okay, see, this is the reality. We already won the league, but we are not good enough to retain it next season. See, the thing is, the strange part is we don't know how it's going to be the summer transfer activity from Liverpool perspective. Sometimes I see James Pierce tweet something like, I expect 2 or 3 signings from Liverpool. Sometimes people like Melissa are tweeting that it won't be much. We won't be busy in the transfer window, something like that. And this Thiago Alcantara thing was going on for 1 week plus, and then now the news going on like we won't be signing him, something like that. See, so I'm okay with whatever decision going to be taken by Klopp and FSG, but because end of the day we need to trust our manager. We need to
Okay.
trust our manager. He knows what he's
let's-
doing.
Yeah,
He knows what he's doing, and
He definitely knows what he's doing, but there are people saying that how in Malay we say he has just had the cukup makan luck. You know, people are
I
saying
think this is the Cukup Makan that we were waiting for 30 years. So I don't think so. Like
yeah,
this is the
the thing
Cukup Makan
is,
that we have been waiting for 30 years.
Yeah.
So I think it's more than Cukup Makan actually.
Yeah,
People should
No,
actually start to appreciate what he has done without making any signings. I mean, marquee signings. So
no, the
let's see
thing is,
what-
Klopp will at first, I think Klopp at his first hope or expectation would be, don't lose any of your star players. Don't lose your starting 11 to anyone. Our front three or back four, don't lose. If we retain the players, see the problem with Klopp in Dortmund, he keep on losing star players. Reason why Dortmund wasn't consistent when it comes to title search. But it's not the case here. I don't think Mane or Salah or Firmino will leave. I don't think anyone will leave. I hope so, at least for this year, the coming year. Okay.
Now we'll get to that, Puva. We'll get to the who's in, who's out later. Okay. Nick, do you have a different opinion from Puva in terms of the view of the transfer policies that FSG hold to Liverpool?
I personally feel a quick shout out. My wife is actually watching right now, so hi dear. So don't know what she's doing. So the thing is right now is I don't think it's a cukup makan kind of concept. If you study Klopp style from Dortmund until today, and I think Puva put it so closely, so well just now, he couldn't keep the consistency because he kept getting a lot of his best players poached away by Bayern. And one of the most important things we have to realize, this is a long-term project. And I love the fact that a lot of people are worried is that who's scared of one title? They are scared of 5 titles, right? And what they are scared of is building a dynasty. What Fergie did with the Manx in the 90s, right, to the early 2000s. That's what they're afraid of. And that's what Klopp is doing. He's building a dynasty. We've already spent, on top of the main stand, they're already spending more money moving Melwood over to Kirkby. And where the senior squad and the junior squad and the under-19s, all the way down to the juniors, will be together. If you look at the documentary on how the whole facility is built, it's fantastic. It's really built for the future. Also bear in mind that we have a lot of loanies who are not back yet. We have Brewster still out, Grujic is still out, Harry Wilson is still out. We haven't got them come back yet. We don't know. Especially now with COVID-19, we're not sure whether FSG and even Klopp is willing to spend also. So we might see Shaqiri, we might see a few others stay back. Apparently, Zenit St. Petersburg wants to get Lovren. That's the latest news today. But they might extend also, we don't know, because we might need a backup at centre back because Matip's injury concern is not a very good thing to get a backup for Gomez. But I think our main concerns going forward isn't about longevity. I think it's just replacements for depth in some areas. I think midfield is quite overloaded. But if you look at Klopp's style, he's not going to go and do a marquee signing. He's never been that. He's always been trusting the youth, working from buying a guy that's ready-made, maybe. I felt that, like what Puva said just now, getting Van Dijk and Alisson was mainly just to plug one very serious gap. We need one serious captain a leader in the back line, and one serious keeper, and that's pretty much it. And look how it turned it around. Van Dijk's been a monster in midfield. Defense, And Alisson has been a revelation also. I mean, he has more assists than Jesse Lingard. So, I mean, come on. I mean, you see how game-changing it is. Look at how Fabinho, I think it was like 2 weeks after we lost at Kiev, we got Fabinho. And Fabinho has been fantastic. We've been missing that iron glove like Mascherano back in the midfield to really give it to the people coming in. I mean, imagine you. I mean, that's the thing, Imagine you as a striker running downfield and you bump into Fabinho. Even if you get past Fabinho, you have to get Van Dijk. And even if you can get past Van Dijk also, you have to get past Alisson. I mean, look, no matter what strike force you are, what midfield you have, I look at that line going into the goal, into the final third, I'll be shitting my pants right now thinking that I have Van Dijk coming out. This guy is what, 6'3" or 6'4". He's winning headers like nobody's business. Everything. I feel that Klopp is doing good business, but COVID-19 changed a lot. Not getting Timo Werner over across the line, I think, was quite disappointing. I think FSG wasn't ready to spend the money. But I'm quite hopeful to see how the loanees are coming back. Brewster's been scoring non-stop for Swansea, right? I want to see how Harry Wilson, he's been quite good, right? I mean, again, I don't want to be the super trust in Klopp type of thing, but I think that we should trust in him. And I think the bad news today, and not bad news, I think of it as bad news. I think he mentioned yesterday that he's only going to stay until 2024. Right, that's the sad thing, right? So let's enjoy the Klopp era and the dynasty he'll build. And for all we know, at 2024, after he leaves, he builds up the dynasty that gets past 2024. That's what everyone is afraid of. That's what everyone is shitting about right now, is that they are afraid that we are building a dynasty. They can say, like you said, cukup, the luck just got us this 130, after 30 years, this 19th title. They are afraid we are going for the 21, 22, 23, 24. That's what we are looking for. Right? I think that's my view on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a little tribute that we wanted to do for today. We overshot the timing, but there is this gentleman that actually a Malaysian gentleman who he lived in UK, in Liverpool, who was literally the big connection for many years between the Malaysian fan base and Liverpool in UK itself at Anfield, who recently was a diehard fan, and he recently passed away not even 5 days ago. So we would like to just pay a minute silence for this man. We will start it at minute 22 in 5 seconds, because I think we'll win 22 titles before we take a break. So let's give a moment of silence. All right. Thank you, and may Mr. Nazalino rest in peace. Thank you, and may Mr. Nazalino rest in peace. I would like Mr. Karthigan. Thank you, Nick, on the transfer policy. I'll come back to you shortly. I have something to say, but I would like Mr. Karthigan to actually say a few words about Nazalino just before we go on. So can you please tell us, Karthigan, about his great man? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Basically, Nazalino, we call him Abang Naz. I know him like 7 or 8 years ago. He is a massive Liverpool fan. He was based in Liverpool. He's from Malaysia. He actually he made it possible for lots of Malaysians to actually travel to Liverpool to watch a match. He actually he basically made it possible for lots of Malaysians. So it's actually a big loss for our Liverpool fans. For someone like this to go, to pass away, he's gone too soon actually. So it's kind of really sad to know that. We can only pray for him. I think his legacy lives on.
Thank you, Karthigan. We do our prayers and thoughts are with the family. I think one brilliant thing that day that you told me is that, similar to all of us, I think he is senior to us as well. the great thing is he managed to watch Liverpool win the
Yes,
Premier League
yes,
before he passed
yes,
away.
yes.
So, God bless his soul. I think as Liverpool fans, I don't know. It was a very fulfilling thing for us to watch the Premier League title coming over to our club for once in a very, very long time. I think he must have been very, very happy and felt very fulfilled as well. So, may God bless his soul. May he rest in peace, and hopefully his family is coping well with his loss. Great, great man. All right, so moving along. So looks like Nick, you kind of share the similar sentiments that Puva shared, I suppose. I just wanted to think, if you were to do one itsy bitsy change with the policy, that FSD has with Liverpool. We have watched the movie Moneyball. I watched this movie Moneyball, and some actor played John Henry in that movie, talking to Brad Pitt, and talking about how he believes in the. So definitely he's the right owner for Liverpool. There is no doubt in terms of how he manages a sports club. No doubt there. But in that movie, that policy of that Moneyball policy became a success. So that was the movie about it, right? So you take somebody like Andy Robertson, as Kishan said last week, you never knew his quality, but the guy can just run up and down, and keep running and deliver crosses to you. May not be quality crosses or something, but he can deliver more crosses than anybody. That's the statistics that surrounded the signing of Andy Robertson. That's how it works with FSG and that whole Moneyball policy. But what would you tweak if you were in Henry's foot today? The fans are screaming, and let what Puva said just now. The older generation of fans, we're all getting older, and the younger generation of fans are going to take over. The younger generation fans want to see the big names. They want to see the Mbappes and you name it, coming to Liverpool. But as long as the policy stands, it's not going to happen, and that's going to frustrate all these young guys out there, the young guys and girls who are fans of Liverpool. So what would you change to address this? We've become champions. We've won everything that we can win, possibly except for the domestic cups. Everything else we've done, we've proved everyone wrong. The fans want it, Kishan will tell you, we miss Fakir, we miss God knows who else. I think I went through the frustration of the 13-14 year when I felt we needed a little bit more in the team to take us to the title, the little bit of push. And literally, I was crying over Yevan Konoplyanka. I was crying over that. I was crying over that fool. Okay, he's not a fool. He's a good player. But I was crying over that. Like we wouldn't go through, because in the end, money talks, and it didn't work. So what would you do, Nick, today? Now that we're here, what's a little bit of a change that you would do? Not taking too much away from the culture and the concepts. What would you do?
I honestly don't tweak. What do we tweak on? To be honest, I really can't think of anything to tweak except for the fact that I think I want to echo back what Puva mentioned before. I feel that we should amend the policy a bit so that we start to take the local cups a bit more seriously. FA Cup, right? That's something we used to be so good at until those stupid Gunners took over, right? But I feel that we should tweak a little bit of the policy to start playing a bit. I feel that we're not really utilizing our youth as much as we should be, right? I know we're trying to get 100 points for the few remaining games. I don't know whether that's even in his mind also right now, right? But I feel that there's the tweaking will be here. I feel that they need. It was not so much on FSG. I feel that maybe in a way the team needs to be maybe the eye, right? And the club himself has to start looking at using the youth a little bit more and taking the FA Cup and the League Cup a bit more seriously. I think that's the one. I think Europe-wise, I think we've always done good in Europe. right? Atletico, I think we know lah. Like Puva don't want to say whose fault is it lah.
I think that's the one. I think
But that's pretty much what I feel lah. The tweaking should be more towards utilizing what we have right now, right, to attack the FA Cup.
Okay. I think that is a very well put. Okay, Nick, you really thought about that very well. I didn't even expect that answer because I think you really angled it very well. You're answering Puva's question from the last show where we really got to start taking these cups seriously, lah. For the love of God, we really got to take it seriously. We've got 7 FA Cups, equivalent to not Arsenal, to Arsene Wenger. The man who failed to get Manchester City banned in UEFA. He got the same amount of cups as Arsene Wenger. So, amend the policy so that we can address a proper second team. Yeah, like maybe...
Okay, another thing to add is that if you look at it, think about it. When you play the FA Cup or the League Cup, who do you face? Right, you face teams like Wycombe Wanderers, you face Oxford United, Millwall, right, Wimbledon, this sort of thing. If you think about it, the proposition for us to win the FA Cup is not really that hard, as compared if you compare with the Champions League. Right, you will meet the Atleticos, the Barcelonas, the Madrids, and everything. Right, and I think Joel said here also. I think Joel visited us last time also. We need a serious, stronger squad. In terms of it, the loanies, everything, we have a lot. We have quite a strong squad. We just need a couple more. I don't know. But as I say, like COVID-19, it's really threw a really big banana skin into everyone's season already. So I think that's it. I think we need to just concentrate on that.
Okay. I really like that angle. So now let's get into the fun stuff. Mr. Karthigan, besides the obvious end of contracts, because one major end of contract is going to be spoken about by Mr. Mahesan later. So let's leave Lalana out of this. So
I think we should give it. I think we should give it to him.
Yeah, we will give
Lalana.
No, we'll give him a whole segment for Lalana later.
Yeah.
Who do you think is out?
I think Lauren is pretty much out. Even though there's rumors going on that we want to be extending his contract for another year, but I think he would be wanting to play more. We have more game time, so I think he's off. And I'm not really sure about Shaqiri because he's a fan favorite, but then he's a kind of injury prone, So I think Shaqiri is off as well, as much as I don't want him to leave. Okay, and then there's also a few other names. Anyone? You guys want to add any other names?
Origi.
Muhammad Salah.
Origi is not.
Who said
No, I'm actually ignoring that. I'm actually ignoring the Salah.
Yeah, who says Salah? Or if we got Timo Werner, Origi's out. If we got Timo Werner, we got Origi's out. It's out already. Right?
But at the same time, I'm not really sure whether they'll be able to sell off Origi because I think we just recently signed an extension. I think maybe last season after Champions League, I think he just extended his contract. Then I'm not really sure will there be anyone who's going to be interested with it. I mean, yes, he did score in Champions League final. He did score some important goals for us. But then you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent in your performance, right? You need to be able to provide something whenever you make an appearance. So far this season, I've seen nothing. So, but I'm not. It comes down to the management whether they will be able to find someone who will be willing to pay that much of amount to take him. Let's see.
I think Joel just mentioned this now. Origi should make way for Brewster. I think that's a good point also. Brewster he's been consistent. I think it's a really good point there to put. Right? Yeah, sell Origi while he still got value. Right? Yeah. Hey, Kishan trying to cause some shit right now. Salah out. He's a one season wonder.
No.
What?
I think he's 3-season wonder. Don't get me started about Salah.
No. Is it? No, but the fact is, but okay, Origi out, yes. But we haven't seen Minamino in full action yet, so we have to look at how that works out. Right. But I like to see Shaq stay. I like him.
I think most of our Liverpool fan base, they would love to see Shaqiri. I mean, he's a fan favorite, even though he didn't really make that much of appearance for us. But then he's someone that you feel like you like him. So I really hope he will stay. He can shrug off his injury issues and then get back to form. I'm actually really looking forward whether he can make it to the squad tomorrow against Arsenal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe a hat-trick against Arsenal might change most of perspective on him.
Well, it's okay. They got Mustafi and they got what's the name again? David Luiz. So I think we should have some fun with. Yeah,
Kolasinac.
Kolasinac.
Add on Kolasinac.
Yeah.
Add on Kolasinac.
So I think we should have some fun with them a bit tomorrow.
I really hope.
Hopefully.
Okay. Let's talk about. Let's keep on who's out lah. What about this guy in the comment?
Loris Karius.
I think he's out, right?
He's still a member. He's back. He's a loanee.
He could be back. He could be back.
Yeah,
He could be back.
Okay,
it's a matter of whether we're gonna give him the second chance.
Yeah. Okay, Adrian versus Karius. Which one will you keep?
Start from you first.
I think that he's damaged goods. He's psychologically not. I don't think he's able to come back. I think he's never came back. I don't think it's his fault also.
What about second team? What about second team? Carriers for second team. Adrian's actually backup for the first team, right? So what about second team?
Yeah, I keep Adrian. Karius is too far gone. He needs to go away already. I think LFC is, I do psychology, so that mental block is there. When we gave him after Kiev, he came back the preseason. You could see preseason he just couldn't shake it off. Yes. Karius has to go for his own good. If he's going to continue as a footballer, as a professional, he has to leave. LFC is his boogie team already lah. I'm sorry, we are his boogie team already.
I mean, with the current influence of social media and fans, I really don't think so. Karius will be able to pull it off in Liverpool again, because he will be the easy target for trollers. So I mean, they will be taunting him, they will be booing him, and all those things. And we have seen that with Simon McNally before. So, but Karius, I think it's on to another level. Adrian's not too bad. So I think it's going to be a good thing if Karius finds another club. Good luck to Karius.
In my opinion, I know Karius has actually been. That's what Nick said. He might be in a boogie team, but if you think about it carefully, Karius had actually one bad game, that Champions League final. That's all. And prior to that, he actually performed.
Yeah,
He did well. His stats is not bad. And
there's a famous saying: you can be really good, but all it takes is one bad moment.
Yeah,
understood.
For the
And
whole thing to be changed.
No, I like Karius. I love Karius. I was excited when.
He was doing really good prior to the game, to the final, but then after the final, his form, I think Besiktas. It's all downhill from there. So, Mahesan, carry on.
In Adrian's case, I feel that Adrian came in when we were already at the peak. We had everything under control, and we know Alisson was our last defense. He's our wall. He's our stopper. But the defense has already done its job. Okay. Let's say if Karius comes in, if we do keep Karius, I don't think he will be as what we thought he will be. Probably, but looking at his current season, I don't think it went well in his loan club as well. Yeah, it was kind of disaster. If it was up to me, I might give him a chance, maybe in the second team. That's it. But I would keep Adrian as a second keeper for my first team. We won't
Adrian.
know how. Yeah, Adrian is our second choice for me. Second choice of keeper.
Means you'd rather keep Adrian over Karius.
Yes, but I will not write off Karius entirely. I probably will keep him for like second team, FA Cups. If we want to win FA Cup, definitely don't use him.
So we get rid of Andy Lonergan.
Lonergan is young. And
no, wait, Lonergan's not young, right?
Lonergan is not young.
No.
Fella, old man.
I think he might be older than Maldini right now.
Oh, really?
No. Just kidding.
Hard, I probably will keep Karius. I mean, Adrian is my obvious second choice, but Karius might do as a good backup in that because he has experience in top footballs. He's played in Champions League. So why dismiss that? I believe that there might be a chance for him somewhere, somehow.
Okay, I just checked. Andy Lonergan is 36 years old.
Oh, bloody hell, he's older than me.
Okay, we are talking about keeping Karius and also Adrian. Why not replace both of them? Any other names?
Probably not this summer. Probably next summer. I would love Klopp to go and get a replacement for Adrian.
Yeah.
So we are keeping Adrian, not Karius.
For this summer, yes. For the upcoming season.
I mean, who would be able to actually come and will be okay with the second choice keeper?
If me, let's say Klopp decide to another keeper this upcoming window, why not go for Johar?
Free agent.
Why not go for Johar?
Calamity Joe.
Calamity.
It's not a Calamity Joe, man. He's a 3-time winner of Golden Glove, man.
He's a Premier League winner.
He's a Premier League winner. He's a 3-time Golden Glove winner. It's not a joke.
I know. I take Nick Pope.
Yeah, but Nick Pope is meant to be England number one, man. I don't think he would be settled for backup.
Are we talking about England number one? It's not. It's not Pickford.
No.
Never.
Really?
At current rate, he won't be Everton number one also.
I still don't know why Pickford's ahead of Pope for the England squad. That's the thing also. I don't bring that very well.
No, it's close call between Henderson and Pope.
Yeah,
actually, both of them are very good team.
It's wishful thinking. Pope is not going to be.
I just said in the Liverpool is currently the best team, so the FA just went for the best English keeper in Liverpool. They went to the blue side and found one, so it's Pickford. That's why.
I think even most of Everton fans won't be admitting that he's number one for them now.
Yeah, exactly right. They will not.
Yes. Calamity Pickford.
Pepe Reina, anyone?
West Ham.
Mm.
Oh, wait, Aston Villa, is it? Sorry.
He'll love to come back, I think.
He would love to come back.
Who wouldn't be? I mean, who wouldn't want to be associated with Liverpool? Right now.
See, between Joe Hart and Pepe Reina, they share 6 Golden Glove award. 3 each.
3 each. Yeah.
Is Klopp the sentimental type?
I believe so.
That doesn't strike me as very sentimental.
I don't think so, Karthigan.
I think Lallana is still here because of the sentiment.
He's sentimental. When it comes to Lallana. He's sentimental when it comes to Lallana.
Only Lallana.
Very sentimental.
I could actually feel someone is going a bit sad.
We're going to go into this Lallana topic right now, but to be fair, Karthigan, I really think Klopp is not sentimental. He respects history. He will go.
Yeah.
He loves history, but when it comes to going out there and delivering what he needs to deliver, I don't think he can really consider so much of the sentiments involved because he needs to deliver. So I for example, I really think that Brendan Rodgers kept Gerrard a lot longer than Klopp would have. I'm telling you. I really think if it was Klopp's era that time when Rodgers came in, he would have got rid of. He would have not got rid. He would have managed Gerrard's playtime a lot earlier than the season, that last season that he told Gerrard that we're going to start managing your playtime. I really think the club would have done it earlier because you need to do what is best for the club. And at that point, Rodgers came in when Stevie G was carrying the club on his shoulders and feet and his entire body. He had no other way. There was no fitting captain to pull the club together or whatever. But Klopp would have came in and found a successor, would have shaped the successor up and told that, it's time. Look at what he's doing right now. Milner and Van Dijk can walk into the captaincy like that. If Henderson is not there, they can walk into the captaincy for the club anytime. So I don't think it's sentimental.
I think I might need to disagree with that because I think there's one thing which separates Brendan Rodgers and also Klopp. I think if Klopp was in charge of Liverpool when we played United, you remember that match where Stevie didn't start that match? I think if Klopp was managing us back then, Stevie would have started. He would have started. I think that one example, that one thing, will show that Gerrard will be able to prosper more with, under Klopp than Brendan Rodgers because Milner is 30 plus. I think it's maybe 34, 35. He can still put on.
Bro, that is like comparing Batman and Superman, laddie. Come on.
That's the thing. If Gerrard was still
Milner is like Batman, bro. Milner is hard work, body, muscle. I can do everything. Gerrard could fly, and Milner can't fly. It's not
But at the end of the day, even Batman, he loves Superman. Batman needs Superman. So I think under Klopp, I think Gerrard would have gone to another level.
At his peak, during that time when he was Benitez, could it have been Klopp and Klopp's assistant? What's his name? The guy who left. What's his name? I can't get his name.
Starts with a Z.
Yeah.
Come again?
He's not coming. Klopp.
Buvak, sorry.
So if it was Klopp and Buvak here during Benitez time with the team that we had and that number one midfield in the universe, not the world, in the universe, like literally anybody would have said, we would have actually won the Premier League every other season. I really do think that, with Klopp's management mentality. But I agree. The prosper for Gerrard would have been huge. I don't disagree there. I think
when the moment after he won the title, when Klopp can come and say that this club has been run by Steven Gerrard, all these years.
Yep.
Stevie have never played under Klopp, but Klopp knows how important is Stevie for Liverpool. I think he would have given him the respect that he deserved.
Yep.
The one that was not given by BR and the management back then.
I agree. I don't disagree there. So let us give the Gerrard topic a break. I think we'll have maybe one of the shows talking about our grades, and we'll come back to Gerrard another day on another episode. But today,
I would like. Let's put this down. I would like to see an episode where we put. How would Klopp have lined up all our legends?
That's a good one.
How would Klopp lay out all our legends if they were at their prime? This go back in time, do a Back to the Future time machine, DeLorean kind of thing, and we bring them from their prime here and place them in front of Klopp. How would Klopp line up Gerrard, Hippier, Mascherano?
I'm not sure whether Gerrard will start, but I'm very sure Lallana will start.
Yeah,
That's for
but,
sure, man.
yeah,
That's for sure.
transfer. Yes.
Lalana and Bobby, both of them definitely will start.
I would on that note, I think Karthigan has given the drum roll introduction for Mr. Mahesan Subramaniam, the biggest Adam Lallana fan that I know, living and breathing. So,
Since
Mr.
Bournemouth days.
Mahesan,
Since Bournemouth days.
how does it feel to know that Adam Lallana has been confirmed to leave Liverpool, and what has Lallana meant to you? Not too long, huh? But yeah, what has Lallana meant to you? But what does his transfer out of the club mean? He has, as much as everybody wants to give a lot of credit to Origi, being an impact introduction at critical times of the game, I say Lallana has done the same. And it took Klopp a bit more time to brush up Origi to reach that level. But Lallana always had that in him. He's going to come in, he's going to do something. The Cruyff turn, that sudden fake and pass, that's going to be Adam Lallana, right? So
I think it should rename to the Lalana 10.
Yeah,
Lallana,
yeah.
The Lalana 10.
that I agree, man. They should rename it.
what Kishan said, Ron Cruyff's idol is Lallana.
Yeah.
So, Mahesan, go on. What does it mean? Lallana's leaving.
Lallana has been in Liverpool for 6 years now, 6 seasons already. And I think probably for me, Lallana's signing was the best thing ever to see him in Liverpool outfit. I don't know. It's. I never thought that would happen, and it happened. I mean, and absolutely great thanks. The only thing Ricky Lambert did right was helping to bring Lallana to Liverpool. No offense, Ricky Lambert, but he actually mastermind the move Adam Lallana to Liverpool, and I actually started. I started to watch Adam Lallana since the season 2010-2011 when Southampton was actually in the Championship, not in Premier League. He single-handedly helped Southampton up back to the Premier League, and that was the season that Southampton named him as captain. And the way that he plays, the way that he carries the entire Southampton team was so nice. At that point, Liverpool was missing this kind of connectors. We had Gerrard, yes, but Gerrard is most keeper. He runs around the field, he feeds, he crosses, but there was no one strong enough to actually feed Lallana. We had Alonso, but we know what happened.
I think Lalana, we can compare him with Benayoun. I mean, they are almost the same kind of players, I think.
The work rate, the style, everything. Yes, I think it's close to Benayoun. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when I saw that Lallana came in, and I believed in the first few seasons that he would actually replicate what happened in Southampton, but it wasn't the case because even at that point, Liverpool already have few stars, but Southampton didn't have any. He was kind of the key there. So Lallana's brilliance from Southampton was actually a bit overshadowed. But what changed was Klopp. Klopp understood what he can do. Klopp built on what he can do, and I think in a recent interview, Klopp mentioned that he actually built the entire training of the squad around Lallana's presence and talents. So I would hate to see that go, but seeing him running out of game time, very less game time, but when he comes, there is impact, and you should see our own fans troll when Lallana starts the game. Oh man, that's a sight. I always keep calm when he comes in. I mean, obviously my excitement spikes.
Yeah, we have seen that.
Yeah, I mean, so every time Lallana comes in, these guys will actually look at me. And there was one particular game, I can't recall what game was that. If you guys can recall, just jump in. Lallana was started as the first 11 in that game. first thing that everybody did was said, "How the hell can you start him? There's so many other
This
options."
season,
And
this season,
no, last
I think
season
I think last season, and he got man of the match award for that match. I think.
he got no. It was this season.
Aston Villa
Is
away.
it?
Aston
Away,
Villa
yes.
away.
Aston Villa away.
Right.
He started
Lallana
as a
started,
defensive midfield.
and you gotta see, and the entire we were in a pub watching watching the match, and you will not believe the reaction came that almost all the Liverpool fans, I think probably only me, who actually kept quiet, kept my cool, but Lalana proved everyone wrong in that match. He covered the midfield. It was a brilliant match, and Lalana was in the center of the entire match. I hate to see him go, but I do wish him luck wherever he goes, man. Wherever he goes, I'm still his fan. It's not only
He's put his head down. He's done his job. He's been a loyal servant. Let's give him his due. And he's been fantastic. I mean, you can see that he was one of the first few players that really stepped up for Klopp. He ran his
I
I
ass
think
off.
he adapted Klopp's football like very fast compared to the others. I think he was very instrumental in training sessions. He was, I think, very important for those upcoming youngsters and the other players. I mean, the way he press, I think that is gegen pressing. So, well, it's not nice to see Lalana leave, but then I think it's the right time for him to leave.
Joel just paid the ultimate compliment for your Lalana, man. Pioneer of
Yeah.
gegenpress.
Thank you, Joel.
And
Thank
me
you.
and Joel, we share the same ideas
Yeah.
most of the time. Joel should come to the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. I think Nick
Yeah.
has asked him, and
Joel should come.
so Joel, I think you're a front runner for the next show, my man. So get ready. Get ready. I really wanted to spice the show up every episode by getting some United fan or an Everton. Well, Nick was working on an Everton fan.
I can get you an Everton fan. You guys should like her a lot. So
But for this show, it's a transfer talk show, so let's keep it. I think the most sensible United fan would come on the show and just say, "We will pay you to take Paul Pogba. We will pay you to take Pogba." And we'll have to say, "No, we don't want him. We just want his hairstyles." So what's the secret?
speaking of Pogba, did you guys see Maguire mark his own player yesterday?
Yeah.
That marking actually cost 80 million for them.
Ayo.
That is 80 million worth of marking. You mean 95th minute corner, you're trying to defend your 2-1 lead. Who did you went and mark? Your own teammate.
At least at the wheel.
Punted wheel.
I tell you, 80 million. I said we got it quite cheap already, our.
I tell you, for them, curry puffs cost 5 million. So 80 million. That's what.
Van Dijk was a bargain, man. Van Dijk was a bargain for him.
Yeah.
I'm actually a bit disappointed with the match last night. I mean, United match. I was actually waiting for at least 2 penalties for them, but then there's no penalties.
They're still waiting, right?
They're still
I
waiting.
heard Bruno is still waiting for the penalty there.
They're still waiting. They're still waiting. Yeah.
The next match day, I think maybe you'll get it.
You know,
Very
there was this meme going around this morning. I just started laughing. I was driving. I saw it at the traffic light. I actually literally stopped and laughed for a while. I actually missed the traffic light. And it was like Ole's tactic is Southampton. Keep on kicking the ball into the box. Hopefully someone will give us a penalty.
And then,
Okay, let's move on to the next part. So now about talking about who's coming in. All right, who's coming in? But let's break it down. Let's break it down a little bit. I don't wanna do this, but let's give some credit to the team who's currently on form. Although yesterday they were marking their own players in the box, but the team that's currently on form, the Man United players, the Man United team, is there. I know I'm probably digging my own grave for asking this, but we're supposed to be a sensible show, sensible show.
Yeah.
who do you think? Would you? If we are talking about Manchester United, who would we take? Who would you want from that team to complement this team and value add?
Let me go
Start
first.
from.
I
Start
would
from.
go for John Moss. John Moss. I would go for the referee. Guaranteed few penalties. So jokes apart. I think Bruno will be a very good addition. The way he plays, the way he moves around, he would have been a very good addition for us.
Yeah,
But then,
I agree. Mason
I
Greenwood.
think, yeah, but I think he joined. I mean, he preferred. I mean, maybe he joined United because United don't have. I mean, they don't have Milner, who has the penalty duties. So maybe that is the reason Bruno went to United. So
I would think for the past few seasons I would prefer, I don't know, for some reason, Anthony Martial to come in.
Sensible.
Yeah. I believe that he might be a good addition to the team because he's underutilized in United.
yeah, I think so. I think he has been misused by Van Gaal and
Yes, exactly.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
I think Ole. I think he knows how to use him now. Right now, he's been scoring freely for the past few games. So I hope that won't continue after this.
I see Kishan's comment there, and I would like to just tell Kishan, being a Negeri Sembilan football fan my entire life, I think we can do better than Harry Maguire. Pobejang mungkin, tapi kita tak mau. Slap head tu kita tak mau masih. So yeah. Anybody else? Anthony Martial, okay. I don't think he'll fit the current lineup.
Not now.
I would think Greenwood. What about Greenwood?
I would take
Yeah, I
Greenwood.
wanted to say that.
Greenwood, yeah,
Two good foot.
Greenwood, yes.
He's good. He's good on either side.
he's good,
Yes.
Yeah.
and he's very young.
He would fit someone say Marcus Rashford.
I prefer Greenwood.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Greenwood
can
over Rashford, is it?
For
right,
definitely.
left. He can play left wing, right wing in the front three.
And he's
He can
finishing
play
are
anywhere.
really good. His
He can
finishings
play
are
anywhere.
really good.
Is that kind of confidence that lacking in Origi, in my opinion? See, I'm nothing against Origi here, but see, like that day, he was given chance to start the game,
Yeah.
but he was poor. He was piss poor, you know. Yeah, you can change your hairstyle, you can color your hair, whatever you can do, you know. And the latest statement saying that he probably will stay, and he
Yeah,
don't
he's
mind.
okay with it,
He don't mind being a bench warmer. And telling that the mentality of a player, you know, it
Yes.
really, it's really like. Honestly, I'm angry with that. You know, you are supposed to challenge the front three. You need to perform. Okay, you need to make the front three sweat and then make themselves better week in, week out.
Yes.
But whenever given chance, you perform like that. There is no intensity. There is no link up play. Nothing. Just see, I'm not a sentimental fan when it comes to this. Every single thing, like whenever a player leave Liverpool, I never prefer them to come back.
Ooh.
Okay, I never prefer them to come back.
Nobody.
Michael Owen.
Yes,
Nobody
Origi,
commented
and when it comes to Origi, yes, he had these moments. So does Dudek. Benitez just decided to sell him. Yes, you had your moment. You are Liverpool hero now. That's it. Origi scored in the Champions League final. He had his Merseyside derby moments. Fine, we will remember that. Thanks for the memories. But if it goes on like this, so, see, the reason why we are like discussing something like who would you take from Man United side? If we never mention anyone's name, that means our team is perfect now, which includes our backup. Now our backup isn't good enough. That's the problem. I believe
should be
Shaqiri.
able to come and make a difference.
Yes, and I'm kind of disappointed with Klopp with this Shaqiri issue. I don't know what's the issue going on actually. I don't know what's the issue going on. But instead of playing Origi, why not Shaqiri? Even as a substitution, he wasn't given any chance. Okay, and I'm sure that Shaqiri always perform. I can't remember like so many bad games under Shaqiri whenever he plays.
Yeah.
He started against Barcelona. He started
Yeah,
against Barcelona. He
You
started
have to
against
remember,
Everton last
yeah,
season.
that-
This season,
that cross was for the Wijnaldum second
Yes.
goal was from Shaqiri.
Yeah.
and this season he scored against Everton when the front three was Mane, Shaqiri, and Origi. And I believe that someone like Shaqiri will complement the front three better compared to the likes of Origi. I don't want to judge Minamino now. Minamino is still early, probably in his time. But Origi is someone that been in the club for years now. And when a mentality like him like thinks that it's okay to be a bench warmer, yeah, and he don't mind Belgium overlook him. Anyways,
But
Belgium not
I,
look at him. Anyways,
I'm not
but
too
still,
sure about what's happening with Origi's mindset, because every time he plays, he looks so laid back, But the talent is there. He is capable of scoring good goals. I mean, the goal against Everton, the control, the finish, the lob, it was really good. So it means he can do that. He is
yeah.
able to do that, but it's just that it's just coming out once in a blue moon. So we can't be waiting for that to happen.
I like Shaqiri. I mean, Puva, don't get me wrong. I love Shaqiri. I mean, he's you can see the dedication. He presses, he goes back and front,
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
his injury is the main thing, and there's only so much time before you get moved on, right? Before
Yes, that's exactly
that's
what
the
I said.
problem.
But I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it's
So-
because of really injury or whether he's having some issues with Klopp. I have no idea on this.
I mean, I agree with Pua because
I wanted
he.
to. Sorry. Mahesan, go. Mahesan, go.
Yeah, I think I agree with Pua, because there seemed to be an issue because you can't say that he's not fit because he comes for training, he joins the training, but he's not selected, not even in the bench.
He's fitter than your average Liverpool player, man.
Exactly, yeah. He's short, low gravity. I think probably might be as fit as Milner himself, but there must be something wrong. Why is Klopp not picking him, even in less important matches? Why isn't Shaqiri starting now? He's not injured, right?
Yeah.
That is a good question.
The funny thing is, I think during the MCO or during the lockdown, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, that part of the world, when they had that online, training session, Shaqiri was there. And
Shaqiri always there. Always there.
fine. So
Always
even Klopp was checking on him, and I really don't know what's going on. It's very, very puzzling. Absolutely puzzling.
Maybe could it be that he's not good in defending? He's not tracking back.
No, he's far better than that. Better than
no.
Origi when it comes
I
to
don't
that.
agree.
He would
Yes.
track back.
I
Origi
mean,
doesn't.
he's one of the players that really creative. So
Yes.
we do lack some creativity in the middles at times. I mean, most of the times. So I think next episode, I think we should get Klopp in the show. So we can directly ask him, why is he not starting Shaqiri? I mean, he's telling that there's no issues between them, but then
Hopefully, if this show really gets big, we never know that, at some point or other, we can get Klopp, maybe even post Liverpool career when he retires. I don't know, but we can ask him, hey, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I mean, when Hakim Tenwa can get a video from Klopp, why not us, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
let's make it a
you-
mission. All of us go and tweet and Instagram and just say, Klopp, we want you on the show. We don't know. That might just happen. I wanted to go back one step. Bruno Fernandes. I know this is not related, but I'm going to relate it to us here. And I want Nick. I'm going back to your point, Nick, earlier about the policy. you see my point that United can go and whack one player, just ngap the player, Bruno Fernandes, who is actually an on-demand player. They can just go and whack him like that. But you will never see Liverpool doing this. So I for United to get that kind of player, and even throughout the goddamn years, they got the Pogbas and the Ibrahimovic. I used to cry. I used to cry when Drogba went to Chelsea. All those years ago, I felt like, why couldn't we buy a player like Drogba when I was much younger? So when are we going to really? You see the impact. So it's not just about buying a top player. He's a player that came in, hit the ground running, and he's getting a lot of penalties, but he's playing good football. Right? So I want you to look at that Bruno Fernandes thing. Don't you think we are losing out, Nick, based on the policy?
I personally don't feel you're missing out. I like to add some context to this, is that I don't panic as much last time during transfer windows, right? Summer or winter windows. I remember, you have to remember, Andy Carroll. Those were the days, right? Andy Carroll.
We gotta forget that.
Yeah, Chase Spearing. Those were Stuart Downing. Right?
You brought back very troubling, painful memories here.
Remember this guy called Asaidi?
Oh,
you mean Arabian Ferrari, right?
Osama Asadi.
Osama Asaidi. I mean, back then, a long time ago, you used to look at our bench and you start sweating. Oh my God, that's our bench, man. If anyone gets injured or get pushed off right now, what the heck are we going to rely on from the bench? But now you look at our bench, you're like, hey, shit, man. Our bench gets into the first team anytime,
I would like to see if this was a poker table, Nick. I see Osama Saidi that you're bringing to the table. And me and Puva would like to raise you Christian Paulsen. How's that?
I can do one better, Paul Koczynski.
I can do better. Jovanovic.
Hey, he was okay. It was not that bad. But he was bad, but not that bad.
That's the problem. He shouldn't be okay with okay.
No, okay. My point is very simple. I don't think for the next few years, the policy will be on marquee signings. It will be if it's going to be a marquee signing, it's going to be something like, I think. I am sorry to argue. I mean, to disagree with you. I feel that we've made marquee signings, right? What do you mean by the word marquee? Marquee means something that is really impactful. I mean, big signing, right? Yes, right. DVD is not
on-demand player.
Yeah, on-demand player. Right. Yeah. I mean, if you remember what VVD said, Van Dijk said, he was actually wanted by Chelsea and City. Right. And that's a marquee, as marquee as it gets. Hey, Alisson came from Roma. Right. He was already rated quite high already. So those were marquee
wanted him as well.
Yeah, and Kishan's still going on about Nabil Fekir. I don't know why. Hey, Kishan, give it the rest already. All right, so
this is guys. Big shout out to Vinod, who was on our last show.
Yes, Vinod.
So he's offering Pogba to us. Do we want Pogba? Let's all say it together. We don't want it.
We don't
But sorry.
We are past the age. We are past Pogba under Klopp.
No chance. If you see how Southampton scored the first goal yesterday, it was Pogba who lost the ball to Danny Ings. I don't think that type of player would suit the Klopp's style.
I personally don't.
You need to work like an animal in the midfield.
German are not allies when it's football.
No, but okay. I like to. You look at the policy that has been in place for some time already. Purchase only when you need to fill up the gaps. But at the same time, it's development. So you notice there's no panic buys. Right? You saw how we bought Klavan. People were like doubting, what the heck are we getting this like almost 30-year-old fella? Right? So I think But he for a squad player, he plugged the hole pretty okay at that time, right? So you can see he's plugging holes, he's building, but now that he doesn't have to really plug holes as much anymore, there's development. There's Curtis Jones coming up, Brewster's coming back, right? There's Harry Wilson coming back. Gujic, I like to see how Gujic's going to fit back in also. He's done pretty well for Hertha Berlin. And that's the thing. I don't think we are going to be that type of. If we brought in Bruno also, it wouldn't be marquee as much, but more or less to give the midfielders a good fight for the places only. But other than that, it wouldn't be like marquee in the sense of signing to make for marketing purposes or marquee for the sake of buying just because we can. I mean, look what Chelsea did to us last night. Willian. They bought Willian from us out of spite. Right. The idiot fella went and go and buy him. I mean, he didn't have to buy Willian. He had enough depth in that one already. He just had to spite us only that time.
I won't forget that he did the medical with Liverpool and had talks with Tottenham and he signed for Chelsea. I tell you that Willian one, I won't forget that.
I think he had medical with Spurs. I think he had medical with Spurs.
Yeah.
Agreed terms with us.
Yeah.
I think it's purely Brazilian thing, lah. I think it's purely Brazilian thing.
Sena, I think
Coutinho. You see the likes of Coutinho. This is the like Coutinho, Willian.
No, even Fabinho. If you
Bobby is
the day we signed Fabinho, like while people were reporting about the speculation, he was really signing the contract at Liverpool. Yeah. So I think the Brazilians, they just fly over, they land in England and then they go, hey, who wants me? Who wants me? I'm free, that kind of thing. So but hey, I want to go back to this comment here by Vinod about transfers and our front three. Our front three so invincible? Are they so invincible? Are they like untouchable? I don't think so.
No.
I think overall, I was very convinced the last 2 seasons. This season, I felt maybe there was this pressure to deliver as a top team and deliver the the Premier League, and defend the championship. I think it's pressure. But do you think I think there's a lot of things here that Vinod is trying to say. What do you guys think? Who do we need a backup front three, and who should they be?
We definitely need a backup for the front three.
Who?
I mean, if you want me to name, I only have one name. Okay.
But later part we do something like this. Possible transfers. Like each of us, we tell what the names.
Okay.
I mean, I would really love to have Mbappe, not as a backup. He can straight away be the starter, but then I don't see that happening. So I think we can go for Son. Because if Son wants to win something, he has to move out from Spurs. Okay, they don't win anything. So apart from AIA Cup, so if he wants to win anything, I think he should definitely come to Liverpool or the big teams. I think he should come to Liverpool. He can be a very good backup. He can be a starter. I think the way he plays, it will be very suitable for our gameplay. So I think my choice will be Son, and he's proven in Premier League as well as an Asian player. I mean, going out in the Premier League, terrorizing the defense, making runs, scoring for fun. So I think we should go for Son, and I think he's 28. I think he's 28 years old, and I think he would, before he retires, before he goes out of Premier League, I think he would want to win something. We can actually provide that for him, so we can actually get Son.
That's one. Mahesan, wish list.
I mean, I would definitely love Son to come in, but
okay, you get 2 players. Okay, one from the current Premier League, a player of your choice, and then another one outside of the Premier League. So 2 players.
Outside of the Premier League, I would like Thiago Alcantara to come, because I actually have been eyeing him for almost like 4 years, right before the time he actually joined Bayern. And second one, I think I probably want Lalana to come back.
Hey, you and Kishan are jinx.
This
I just
Mobile
thought-
Legend boys, I tell you, they think alike.
No lah. I mean, for creative midfield, if we can actually bring KDB in, that would be massive boost.
No lah, no. Mahesan, he's not going to come across here lah. No way. No way. Guardiola will let him go. No way.
Hey, you just say it's a wish list, man. I wish.
We wish.
Okay. That's Premier League. Outside the Premier League, only Thiago.
Alcantara, maybe Mbappe, maybe what's his name? What's the goal scoring machine?
Goal scoring machine.
Alan.
Not that. No. Lewandowski, yeah. And Lewandowski will be a good backup for us.
Scoring machine. What is his name, man?
I swear to God, bro. I don't
He's
know
the
what
best number 9 right now.
smoking over there, but I want some. That's some stuff you're smoking there, man. I want some.
We gotta wish
You're
for a
talking
star,
about a
man.
future Ballon d'Or winner there, man. You're talking about future Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, we wish for the star, man. I'll settle for something in between.
I could see Joel agreeing on my wish for Son as well.
But Joel also added this. What do you guys think about this?
Sancho.
Jadon Sancho. Yeah.
Jadon Sancho.
But are we really going to be able to get him?
I mean,
No.
the fact that he's getting paid that much, I don't think so we will ever match that. So that will be a crucial point in not signing him. I mean, it would be nice to have him, but then with our transfer policy and the wages that we give out, I can't see that happening.
Okay.
Hey, I have one question. Yes, I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay, putting our transfer window aside, we winning the European treble, we winning the English Premier League. Do you think we will attract star players, marquee signings? Putting the contract aside, putting the transfer policy aside, do you think our club attracts this kind of stuff? What do you think?
I think I'll just quickly. Mine is a 30-second answer. As long as Klopp stays, we maintain the first 11, like what Puva said. Our first team, we maintain that, and we move to Nike. I swear to God, we should be able to attract. Finally signing them.
Mbappe.
Finally signing them. But I really do think, Ken.
Okay.
That's me.
No, I haven't finished. I haven't finished with my wish list.
Hey, no, Puva. Wait. I got a good one for you. Let's answer Mahesan's question first. We'll come back to your wish list.
Okay.
I think we were actually in a pretty much good place, good destination for these big names to come and play for us. But then I'm a bit having a mixed feelings with news that came out yesterday when Klopp himself admitted that he might leave. I mean, he's going to leave when his contract ends. I mean, if I'm the next big name, and if I'm the star player, I would want my manager to stay beyond my contract. I mean, let's say if I'm going to sign for 5 or 6 years, I want the manager that I'm signing for to be there. But when Klopp is saying that he might leave end of his contract another 4 years, that could actually impact our interest in these big signings. So I'm a bit having a mixed feelings with that. So whether Klopp was a big reason for all these players to come for us. VVD, Alisson. I think even VVD, he has admitted that having Klopp, it made the difference. He came to us because of that. So if you put yourself in Mbappe's shoe, he would want to play for Klopp for this kind of man management, this kind of gameplay, which suits him. So when Klopp says that he's going to leave, that might impact our transfer targets.
So Karthigan, get on the phone now and tell Kylian to come now if he wants to play under Klopp. Okay, then don't waste time lah. Nobody's going to wait for him now. Tell him, Klopp not going to wait. Come now.
Get him in the show as well. Get him in the show as well.
I do agree with what you just said. I mean, I to be honest, I don't know why he mentioned the 2024.
Yes.
He could have kept it quiet, and but as you know, Klopp does things for his own reasons. We don't know, right? We the motivations are known, but I do agree with you. This will, in a way, significantly affect the next 5, 6, 7 years kind of thing. I mean, 2024 is not very far away.
Yeah,
But,
it's very good.
Yeah, but again, I think he also feels that, I don't know. I mean, if you read his book, I mean, I keep on talking about the book. You notice that after his last year, that failed season, the last failed season at Dortmund, you can sense that his mindset changed a lot from Mainz to Dortmund and now maybe to Liverpool. He already said if I feel that I'm not wanted anymore, or the club doesn't want me, or I don't feel useful to the club anymore, I will leave. So I would say that maybe he's just saying 2024, I don't know. Right? I've done my work. I've built a framework and a structure that will allow me to build a dynasty. But I mean, look, I mean, he's already been here for so long already. It's going to be quite long, right? And I mean, I personally, I'm going to go out on a limb. I would say that he might stay beyond 2024. He might, or he would put something really solid in place that would allow marquees and star signings to still be attractive in that way. So you see, that's the thing, he has the mindset where managers come and go, but the club is eternal.
Yep.
So I think he's trying to build up the eternal club, because we've lost that for a long time. The eternal club, we used to attract the best. Right?
I think, Nick, I do think if I was Klopp and all the success that I have had and the legacy that I'm building, there's one thing that I think, I don't know whether every football manager has it, but if it was me, I would want to manage the national squad.
Yeah.
So I would want a shot at, while I'm still within the modern frame of the game, keeping up with the trends of how the game is evolving, and while I'm still with the energy to do it, I would like a 5 to 7 year shot at the national team. So
it's interesting you say that, Sena. He's mentioned the German team many times. It's not the first time. He's mentioned it when he was in Dortmund. He's mentioned it even the day on the first day that he arrived, he mentioned it also. And he just mentioned it just a few days ago only again. So, right? The next Joachim Low, Jürgen Klinsmann.
I can't imagine Klopp managing German.
Can you imagine how scary would that be?
Anyone but the Germans. Anyone
but Germans. Same here, but I would love him to go and win the 5th World Cup. I can't stand a team keep saying that they won it 5 times.
I mean, you should start to hope for Argentina to win the 5th,
Okay.
No, that's not happening in my lifetime, I think.
So speaking of that, Puva. So now here's coming back to your wish list. I have this comment for you. Somebody thinks that Messi has some potential. What about Messi at Liverpool?
We can only buy him in FIFA. That's the only place he will be wearing a Liverpool jersey and scoring goals. That's the only place. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. For sure, it's not happening. I can't even imagine that.
Okay.
And you see, we bring in Messi to replace the great Lalana. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
I mean,
okay,
give him the number 20.
Skills aside, can you imagine how divisive that dressing room will be with Messi in it?
Yeah, that's another reason why
I mean,
say it's
skills.
not.
I mean, no, undoubtedly, GOAT, his skills is undeniable, but he's toxic as hell.
Yes,
right. You've seen how he influences. He's gotten Barcelona chairman sacked. Right. Yeah. He's gotten coaches and managers kicked out. Can you imagine? I mean, you saw what Klopp did to Sacco. All Sacco did was play around in San Francisco, and he got him sent home, and he wasn't renewed for the next season already. Yeah, he's not. Messi is not going to work. All these big big Galacticos and these big Spanish personalities will not work here.
But I think who needs Messi when we already have Egyptian Messi?
Yeah.
Salah.
Why? Well, you see, that's the thing. We are hardworking. I mean, I like to think that. I'm a romantic. I like teams that work their ass off. All right, when you feel. I'm still today. I still can conjure up that image of Robertson chasing down that ball, pressing in that City game. All the way from the left, all the way to the middle, to the right, presses the keeper, presses this guy until he gets fouled. Right. I mean, that's what you notice how the crowd goes wild. Ladana, the last game of the game that he got man of the match, he was working. He was all over midfield. Even the one where Origi talked about Fabinho is like, no, Mati talked about Fabinho. It's like Fabinho is like Inspector Gadget. He used the word Inspector Gadget. He was all over everywhere. So we need players. I think the players we're going to get will have to be people who are willing to work. And I think Messi and any kind of Messi kind of guy. And even, I'm sorry to say, guys, but Mbappe is heading towards that thing also. He has that diva kind of thing, and I don't, even if the skill side, these guys don't fit into that mold. That's my personal. I'm a romantic. I like a Liverpool team that is hardworking, no divas, nothing. Just get just put on the boots and just run only. The ball gets away from you, chase and press, chase and press, chase and press. I don't want to wait for the ball to come to me because I deserve the ball, so cross it to me now, Arnold. So I feel
We can't really blame, how Barcelona setup has been, because they've always been that way and they have been successful throughout the years. That suits them. So I think it's better for Messi to stay there. And if he ends up, I think if he ends up in somewhere else apart from Barca, it's going to be, it's going back to the drawing board all over again. They need to tweak the gameplay to suit Messi's style, because Messi's style, when you tweak everything, it's going to be really prosperous. It's going to give you, it's going to bring you lots of success. But do they have those kind of players who will be able to tweak? To accommodate Messi. So I don't, I can't see that happening in Liverpool or even City. So I think it's only going to be Barca.
Okay, guys, back to wishlist.
Yes, please.
Let's continue with Puva. Wishlist.
No. First of all, I don't know who I don't know who came up with this Messi thing. I don't understand. Sometimes. No, I wish sometimes our talk show remain a bit realistic. Okay, Messi thing is not happening. Okay, of course I would love to. Of course I would love to have Argentinian in Liverpool, but obviously not Messi.
It's not happening at all. No. So
only on FIFA,
like I said earlier.
Let's move on.
So my wish list. So I have two categories actually: realistic and ambitious.
Yeah.
Okay. Realistically, I have few names here from Premier League. Of course, it's Son. It's I think it's not a rocket science. It's not a rocket science. I think we need someone like Son, and I think someone like Son would be okay to play second fiddle to our front three. He's okay to start one game and then rest another game. I think he has that personality to be okay with whatever Klopp ask him to do. Not someone like Mbappe. Someone like Mbappe, you need to give him first 11 to actually make him happy. Okay, so for Premier League, I would like someone like Son to join us. Okay, I had the privilege to meet him in Singapore last year, and I even told him that.
I remember that, man.
I even told him that. See, I'm a Liverpool fan. I would love to see you in Liverpool colours. He just smiled and said, he actually said, no way. Probably because he was under better management, under better manager Pochettino, not Mourinho. Probably now, if Liverpool interested, probably he would consider to join us.
You mean the special one is not good enough for Son?
Now,
not anymore. Not anymore.
Sadly, now, no. It's no more special. Sadly, no more special.
I agree.
I think
And
he's the closest.
outside Premier League, I don't know. See, realistically, I want someone like from Leverkusen, Leon Bailey. I think he was linked with Liverpool few times. So someone like Leon Bailey, and I know this player actually been linked with Chelsea, and I think he will join Chelsea. Kai Havertz. I think
Kai Havertz, yeah.
Kai Havertz,
Leverkusen.
he can play anywhere in the front three, and he also can play in the center attacking midfield. So we really need someone like him. Okay, in a game like sometimes we can play him as a center attacking midfield, or sometimes we can play him on the left, on the right, or even in the Bobby Firmino role. I think in future we will be like sweating to actually replace Bobby Firmino. It's not easy. It's not easy to replace someone like Bobby Firmino.
Brazilian.
I think, yeah, Firmino, and I think players like Havertz who is is very young, and he's a German. See, someone like Klopp can easily attract someone and convince a German to join us. Sadly, so far, with German, I think Emre Can is already there. He was already there under
Indeed.
Brendan Rodgers. So I would love to see a German join this Klopp setup. Apart from that, this Thiago Alcantara thing, I would love to have him, but I don't know where he's going to fit. See, he can play as a defensive midfield in a Fabinho role. That's the position he's actually playing for Bayern Munich. So when he comes to if he join Liverpool, for sure he's not going to start. See,
Yeah,
Anderson
I'm
and
having the
Fabinho.
same thought. Yeah.
Anderson and Fabinho is untouchable. Anderson and Fabinho is untouchable. And then you have Wijnaldum, who I'm confident that will sign a contract extension. And then you have Ox. And then you have Naby Keita. And on top of that, you want to have Thiago Alcantara. That's why actually I feel it's not going to suit us actually. This Thiago Alcantara thing. So I would put Thiago Alcantara as off. And in future, or maybe next year or in 2 years' time, Haaland. Why not Haaland? He's only 19, man. And the transition from Dortmund to Liverpool, that would be perfect. He can actually come from Dortmund to Liverpool and then spend 4 years here and then go join Real Madrid. He's only 19.
Yeah.
I think he can be perfect replacement for Bobby Firmino in the future.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think Bobby Firmino, of everybody that could possibly leave,
Yes.
the players that will be called to replace, essential to replace, is one of them is Bobby. Like players like Milner, players like VVD. Very, very hard for us to do this and replace. So that's going to be very, very crucial.
Yes, it's for sure. We would be sweating. We would be really sweating to replace Bobby Firmino. It's not easy.
And I would like to say, we've always had that kind of a player like Bobby Firmino. When Fowler came back for his second stint, he played that Firmino role. Heskey played that Firmino role. Barros played the Firmino role. We've always had players playing that Firmino role, and that's always been a core thing in Liverpool. Like, you don't need to be the utmost striker up there. You don't need to be winning man of the matches, scoring hat-tricks. You don't need to be winning player of the year, player of the month. But your contribution delivers us titles. We've always had that kind of a player. And I think I don't see today anybody that can replace Firmino. I
would come close.
I think that someone would definitely come close to replace him is Kai Havertz. I don't know how many of you actually followed Bayer Leverkusen games, and of course Germany games as well. I think not many actually in the market right now. Someone plays like Bobby Firmino, someone that would sacrifice for the front two like Salah, Mane. Someone can play deep, can dictate the gameplay. See what happened against Aston Villa that day when Firmino and replaced Origi. just like that. The first goal, he released both Salah and Mane in a better position. That's something like Origi failed to do for 70 plus minutes throughout the game. And how many players left right now in the top leagues in Europe that can do something like that? See, all the center forward would love to put themselves in a position in the D whenever there is a cross or whenever there is a gameplay going on in the midfield. They would love to place themselves in the D box so that they can score the goal. But Bobby Firmino not doing that. He would come deep to get the ball from the midfield, so that the likes of Mane and Salah place themselves in a better position to score more goals. That's why both Salah and Mane scored 90 plus goals for Liverpool, not Firmino. So I would love to have someone like Havertz, but I think he's joining Chelsea sadly. I think he's massively linked with them. And one more player from Premier League. See, the easy targets are the mid-table clubs, Arsenal, Spurs. No disrespect to them. They are proper club. They are especially Arsenal, but now they are mid-table club. I would love to have someone like Martinelli. Young blood, Brazilian also, because we have good Brazilian setup in Liverpool right now. I think he can mingle well. So Son and Martinelli from Premier League as a backup for the front three. And ambitious signing, I would say, obviously Mbappe. I think that's the first name comes to all Liverpool fans' mind when we talk about the so-called ambitious signing, and then someone that can sell jerseys, millions of jerseys, Nike. Mbappe is Nike, if not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the first name is coming to our mind, Mbappe. So that's my names: Havertz, Martinelli, Son, Alan probably in 2 years. I hope so, because he will be 21 in 2 years' time. Would be perfect to join Liverpool, man.
So having Haaland and Mbappe, both in Liverpool.
It's ridiculous.
That's not even ambitious. They're over ambitious, man.
It's a FIFA material.
But you guys, I'm sorry. I have always struggled with this issue of our transfer policy. So again, Kai Havertz going to Chelsea. Chelsea is going to win what this season? Somebody tell me.
FA Cup.
They're still running for FA Cup.
They're still running for FA Cup.
Right?
They're running for the FA Cup. So I mean, we are still not getting those names. And I'm just I do believe, and it has been a great run. So far these last 2 seasons, 3 seasons, in fact, even when we reached the Champions League final, phenomenal, right? So it's been amazing, and I just feel, while everybody feels that we probably have the best overall. He made out, I would say 95, 97, 98% perfect first 11 in England today. We probably have that. Okay, if not the world, we probably have. For argument's sake, there's probably us. But I just feel that we are running out of. They will run out of steam. They will run out of steam, you guys. They will run out of steam, and Klopp, as much as Klopp is who he is, let's look at the fact that he has also had enough failures. He has also fallen short enough times. So I think, for me as a Liverpool fan today, having achieved all this success, I'm not going to go crazy. And last week the last episode we debated about emulating Ferguson. I don't even want that, but I want us to remain up there, winning titles, cups and titles. I don't mind replacing the Champions League with a domestic cup, and challenging for the Premier League. But I just feel that we might lose steam, and we are currently at the point and peak after so long that I am personally desperate that we should be there, and the only way we're going to be there is to add a bit more firepower to this team that is actually reaching its heights or has reached its heights, and they will still be up there for a bit more, but they will lose steam. And to put it all on Klopp is also not very fair. We cannot put it all on Klopp. We know how fans are going to react should we fail. They're going to say Klopp out. After that 4-0 with City that day,
Yeah, they
Klopp out.
already started.
My point is, I really do feel, Karthigan, you said, we want X player, Y player. Nah, it's not happening. Puva, you said X player, Y player, not happening.
No, I even give. I did give realistic names.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair. But these are again wish lists, even the realistic ones, and I appreciate that. I want realistic wish lists.
But I think shout out to Vinod. Actually, that's a good name. Actually, Pellegrini from Monaco. He's a good deep lying forward.
That's a good name. I just really wish we could make. Hey, we won the Premier League lah. Hey Henry, you're not watching this lah, but we won the damn Premier League lah. I lost count how many days we won the Premier League already. Literally like, we won the Premier League after so long. Klopp did it. He came here, this bunch of players with the lowest net spending in the recent times compared to every other team, and we won 4 titles. So I would like to see 2, if not 4, 2 real huge impact. Okay, let's remove the word marquee to impact signing. I would like to see that, and I'm just worried if we don't do that. We might let it. It might, the top being at the peak might slip our grasp.
I think it's not about we are not able to make signings, or players are not willing to join us. It's about whether we want it or not. Okay, I'll be very honest. If we really wanted Bruno with that amount of money, we would have gotten him. The fact, I think, coming back to your question earlier, why didn't we really go for Bruno? I think it comes down to the transfer. The transfer fee. United could have gotten him for much more cheaper if they waited for another, 6 months. But they went on and paid that much of amount, and then they got the player, which I think will never happen under FSG. They won't be able to. They are not willing to spend that much when you will be able to get the player for much more cheaper price if you wait for another 6 months. So we are able to attract players. Players will be able to join us, but then whether we want it or not. If you look back with our squad list, with the players that we have, it's not bad at all. It's not bad. We can still fight for the title, but then maybe we just need 1 or 2 signings. It doesn't need to be a marquee signing or a signing where it's gonna blast all the jersey sales and those kind of things. It could be a signing like another Robertson. Whenever it comes to a signing, we all will be looking for big players, big names, 30, 40, 50 millions. But if we do our homework rightly, which we have done for the past 2 or 3 seasons, we could get a very good player for maybe 3 or 4 million, which will be able to be a squad player, and then whenever we need him, he will be able to come and perform. So okay. I think we can sign players. Players would love to join us to play under Klopp, to play for Liverpool. One of the big teams in the world. It's just a matter of we want it or not. I think right now we don't really, we are not really looking at getting more players. We are getting quality players. So and also the availability of those players. So like Klopp said, it's not about making signings. It's about making the right signings.
Yeah.
So I would give it to Klopp. So let's see.
Puva, we have a comment here from.
Yeah. I saw.
Yeah. Do you wanna reply to this?
Yeah, he was right. With the most crucial position to LFC gameplay is the fullback position. But we already had Robertson. We already had Trent,
Trent.
and we have Nico Williams. We have Nico Williams who can play as both right back and left back. And sometimes Milner can play as a left back and also as a right back. So I don't think Klopp will be looking there, and I don't think we would be having any problem in that position, at least for next season, at least for the next season or two, probably. Probably they the one position that need proper backup is the left back, because Nico Williams is naturally a right back, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Nico is a natural right back.
Right back, and he's a winger as well. Used to be.
And despite a good performance away to Brighton, he actually struggled at Brighton, and received a yellow card and Klopp made the substitution to bring back Robertson. So he's too young. He's too young. We can't rely on him on his not in his natural position. Okay, so I understand what we're not trying to say here, but a marquee signing as a fullback. No.
I don't really think we will be able to attract a marquee signing. I mean, a left back, which is a marquee signing, Chilwell. I don't think so. He'll be able to sit down and be a second choice behind Robertson. If we are going for a backup for full back, which is very important for gameplay, I think we should go for Jamal Lewis from Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich.
He's young. He's English. They have been relegated.
Yeah, we should get this guy.
We should really get Jamal Lewis. I think we can get him for a few millions. But
Bondia also we can get someone like Bondia.
I think because he got relegated, so I think we can get him on this show.
I like to agree.
He would be a good backup.
I like to agree that the problem right now, the fullback positions, but also I think we have to temper it with a bit of realism, is that the way our fullbacks play is very different from a traditional fullback, So it's going to be very hard to find that. So Jamal Lewis is actually quite good and everything. I'm looking at the time right now. I like to quickly add in my wish list as well. Actually, it's quite weird. Right?
Go on.
Neil Mopé.
Oh,
I
okay.
like him. Brighton. Right. He's hard worker. Right. French player. Still young. 23, 24 years old.
The right
quite
back,
well.
right?
Yeah. Correct. So
Yeah,
he
right
plays. He plays pretty far up also. Right.
Yeah.
And he did pretty well. Right. He scored that goal against Arsenal. Right. So that was quite good. Right. He also got that Leno injured also, I think. Right. But you see, he has that skill, he has that speed, everything. I like Adama Troy. That's quite good. Klopp's a big fan of him, right? Quite a number. So, but the improbable ones, like what Puva said, right? Someone to challenge our front three, Aguero. I don't know. I like him. Right? He on a bad day also, he still scores goals.
Is he Argentinian?
He's
Argentinian?
Is it Argentinian?
Is he Argentinian?
No. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. So what to do? I like this. So these are all those improbable things, but I don't know.
Argentina won it how many times, boy?
2 times. Which one? World Cup or Copa America?
The one
Copa America, I would proudly say that 14 times, more than Brazil.
we saved that for Footy Talk. Let's keep that on.
That on Footy Talk.
Jota, Diego Jota will be quite interesting also.
Yeah, Diego Jota, yes. Good one.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting.
Finally, he's moved on from Fakir. Wow, I'm impressed.
For once.
Mahesan.
I think Jack Grealish also I think might be a good
Yeah,
addition.
Grealish. Yes.
Grealish.
Grealish.
If Aston Villa goes down,
Yeah. Jack
Probably
Grealish will
they'll
be
go
cheap,
down.
you know.
Most likely.
He's an attacking midfielder, right?
Don't go down.
oh, that's a good
Some-
one, you know. Vian Nyambe. That's okay.
Yes. Yes. Good
That's
one.
quite good. Yeah.
Find your way.
Hey, bugger, this United fella giving us a lot of comments away. I miss you, lah, Vinod.
We are not sure whether he's gonna make us better or is there any hidden
No,
agenda?
no, no. It,
Yeah.
No, no.
He wants to take Pogba from him.
That's clearly an hidden agenda.
No, he's actually crying for the rest to actually come and get Pogba. Either he want to get rid of Pogba.
Pog back.
He's,
Move in.
There's no more Pogba.
We know he's the president of the Pogba out from United fan club.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's Asam
Okay,
Laksa, by the way? So,
we've got 5 minutes to go.
Alamak, what happened?
I'm going to throw in a question if it's okay.
Yes. I wanted to say last word, so I wanted to give the honor to Karthigan or Mahesan. Mahesan's already asked, so Mahesan. Karthigan, sorry.
Yeah, okay. With all those names that we have suggested, we have wished for, which I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. One thing which is logical that our transfer committee will be able to get them in is free agents. You know, so there are plenty of names which is available after the season. Willian, David Silva, Puvarasan, David Silva. So, do you guys think we will be able to? I mean, will it be okay for us to get one of them? And also, there's another player also, Ryan Fraser, is from Bournemouth. He's a free agent right now. He's proven in Premier League and all those things. So, what's your thought about that? If those signings are not happening, will we be able to get one of these players as a free agent?
I would think that there's not enough time, so I'm just going to keep this short. Another 30-second answer. I would think Klopp style, I'd go for Fraser. Yep, Ryan Fraser. I think that I'll bet on that.
I would
Good
take
fit.
Willian. I would take Willian or Willian. Yes, realistically, it's possible. For sentimental, even though I said I'm not sentimental. If I'm sentimental, go for David Silva, please.
Yes.
Go for David Silva.
Yeah.
I've
I think
been crying since Rafa Benitez era. Please, Rafa, go and sign David Silva. Hi.
How much was he then? I think 8 million? 8 million, 11 million?
He joined City for 21, I think.
He was
Mahesan,
not. He was not. He was not, and he's still not as expensive as Harry Maguire, lah. Just so you know.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Mahesan, speak.
I think I would like David Silva. I was actually my first option would be Willian, and I think Claudio Bravo is also
Yes, he's
also
quite a
doing
number
a
of
free
keepers,
transfer.
huh?
Yeah,
Yes,
quite
quite
a number of keepers. Yes. I think
keepers.
few more, and you know the guy, the Wolves guy that actually scored 2 days ago, Dendonker. William, he's from Wolves. I think he's
Dendonker.
I can't recall his name. I think Leonard Dendonker or something. He's free. These are all good backups. You know, we can use this guy. I think he's a midfielder, if I'm not mistaken. But Fraser, yes, as we not say, Fraser is good. But my top two will be either Willian or David Silva.
Lallana.
Obviously, Lallana is always there, man.
Nick, your choice, Nick. Your pick will be.
I go for Willian. I say Willian. I just realized that Olivier Giroud is also a free agent.
Come again, Nick.
Olivier Giroud is also a free agent. I just remembered.
Yes,
Would you take
he's a
Giroud?
World Cup winner. Nope. I mean, if there's no place for Benteke in this Liverpool side, I
Yeah.
don't think so. Giroud will fit in. So
I
Just to quote my
think,
friend Sivanesan here, who said take
Yeah.
Lingard for free.
Mr. Sivanesan Nadaraja, take Lingard for free. I
And we
will
don't
pay
want-
you to send Lingard to Norwich.
to keep him there, only we pay them to keep him there.
No lah, we're not that bad. We send him to Norwich. He got better chances
Yeah,
there.
yeah, send him to Norwich.
I mean, I think we can do with Lingard tomorrow night. We need someone to dance there. He-
Someone
he-
just WhatsApp me. He's watching the thing also. Timo Pukki.
he went down.
Okay,
He went
guys,
down.
to Lingard available for free though.
Hey, is Lingard available for free? I thought he had at least 1 or 2 more years left.
No.
Oh, it's
Lingard,
just-
Lingard.
United
It's available
fans
for
are trying
free.
to get rid of them. So
We are not taking viruses lah. Don't be that way lah. We are hoping for
No.
the best for you guys also.
I'm actually a bit confused whether Lingard is actually a footballer or a social media influencer.
Okay,
That's
okay,
what-
you guys. Just to wrap up here, we are passing
Yep, let's
to
wrap
our
up.
mark.
Yes.
Predictions for the Arsenal match. Nicholas Chan, go.
3-1.
3-1
Alba to
and
score.
1-3.
Oh, 1-3, sorry. We are playing away, sir. 1-3.
1-3, yeah. Scorers,
Consolation from
scoring,
Alba.
scoring.
Alba to score for Arsenal. That one for sure lah. Right. Salah.
Salah.
Salah money. Salah money. Salah money.
Okay. 3-1, that's 1-3, that's Nicholas Chan. Karthigan.
I'm predicting pain for Arsenal. So I think it's gonna be 4 for Liverpool
4.
and none for Arsenal. And then the only highlight they'll be getting is Kepa dribbling past the referee.
Yeah.
So I'm going for 4-0.
Okay. 4-0. Scorers are who?
I would love for
Salah.
Salah to score 4 goals.
Everybody wants that, man.
If Mane is going to be playing, okay, give Mane 1 goal. Let him be happy as well. So hat-trick for Salah, Mane 1 goal.
Okay. I'm gonna go with an easy 2-0 win. Simply because Puva said that Klopp is going to field the weakest team against Arsenal tomorrow.
I said that 2 weeks back, right?
Yeah. So I'm
But-
gonna.
This is being
But the
recorded,
thing-
right?
But the thing is, I think Arsenal gonna rest their star players. I think because they have an eye on FA Cup semi-final,
Yeah.
Star
which
players, you mean David?
which I think they're gonna get bashed by Man City. So with that in my mind, I would go for 3-0 Liverpool. 3-0 Liverpool. Yes, I would love to see Salah score a trick or even brace or 2 goals like that, but I don't think that's happening. I go for Salah double and Mane double and Salah 1. And I so badly want us to go and have a good win there, because
Yeah.
lately these Arsenal fans becoming so delusional in the
I mean,
social
maybe
media.
supposed to be unbearable. I mean, they are becoming unbearable in a
Ever
in
since
another level.
Watford beat us and the unbeaten run, Arsenal fans becoming so delusional. I go for
think,
3-0.
I think
You can't blame them. The only highlight they're getting, the highlight of the season for them is Watford beating us. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the moment they are generating more income on YouTube than they are doing with their own football team.
Arsenal TV. Yeah, the best comedy channel ever.
Yeah, so we'll use Footy Talk. I think we agreed one of the topics will be Arsenal, so we're gonna make it a bit fun over there. Mr. Mahesan,
Yes.
your prediction now.
I would say, I mean, a comfortable 4-0, man. 2 for Salah, 2
Give me
for
five.
Mane.
Give me five. Give me five. Why not Lalana,
No,
man?
we should be able to beat them. We should be able to
We
beat them.
should. I mean, I would want that to happen.
With the
We
kind
need
of defense they have, with the kind of
yes, yeah.
first 11 defense they have, and let's say they're gonna rest few of them tomorrow. Don't tell me that we don't stand a chance.
I hope Salah will be clinical though.
I really hope he will take at least 2 chances from the 10 chances he's going to get.
Yep. And for all those Manchester City fans who are watching, I don't think there are any. I would just like to say that, if we win tomorrow, I would like to say draw to the game or Arsenal stealing victory. Whoa, look at that.
I mean, he knows that they are playing against Liverpool, right? It's not United.
Vinod, just to reply this, Vinod, I think Arsenal were your rivals, but they are our practice ground, just so we're clear. I just like to say, in the spirit of Raheem Sterling, that the season next season starts after the Arsenal game. Okay, huh?
Yeah.
Just so we're clear. Otherwise, I think we're good. We had a very good session today. We spoke about a lot of things. We went back to the policy a lot, which I think the policy is troubling us. I really feel we might be missing out on some key moments in signing some key players, impactful players. We talked about some marquee players today, marquee signings, wish lists, some players going out. The legendary Adam Lallana, whom I have the utmost respect for. Sometimes, you see him on the 11, you think, why the hell? But then when you think that, he comes and turns it around and literally turns it around on the field with the Cruyff turn, the fake, the true ball, and it's amazing, right? So
He did score some really, really, really good goals.
amazing. Memorable goals,
I
impactful.
think he'll be always remembered for the last Norwich goal, and especially this season's Manchester United thing.
So I would like to say thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you, Karthigan. Thank you, Mahesan. Thank you, Puvarasan, for coming and joining this show. And Mr. Nicholas Chan, you're the man. So I would like to just say thanks to everybody. We will be having our next show. Maybe let's keep this on a bi-weekly thing. We'll alternate with Footy Talk. So Footy Talk kicks off next week. And I may or may not be on it for a bit or not. But we're going to get a mix of every team. You will get a United fan, an Arsenal fan, and let's all mix it up and have a good chat. Purely on Footy Talk. We'll even expand to other leagues, a Real Madrid fan, a Barcelona fan, a Manchester City fan. I don't know whether that's even around in Malaysia.
Start the search now.
Page not found, I think. So we will come back very, very soon. So thank you, everybody, for watching us. I would like to say a big shout out to Joel, to Kishan, to Vinod, a few other guys over there who has Sivanesan, who has come in right at the end here. Everybody else, Halim, Assam Laksa. And I think there was a guy named Prem also who came in and commented earlier. So thank you very much. Let's try to grow this thing, and we'll get more people on, more Liverpool fans. It's not just limited to the same faces. I'm more than happy to get more. Karthigan and Puva and Nicholas, even Mahesan, all of you have got other friends. We can really build on this, and let's get them all involved, and let's have good fun talking about Liverpool on Footy Talk. Let's talk about football, and let's have some fun. Let's make this next era very, very fun with all this chat and our opinions. Who needs the pundits, right? Let the pundits do their thing, and let us be our own kind of concept right here. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for the invite.
This is the KOP Talk.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're signing off, and I'll be seeing you guys soon.
Right.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night, guys. Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night, everyone.